Oh, hey little buddies. This is She Said, a space where women talk about stuff. And I'm your host, Cameron Esposito, a woman. For the next few minutes, we here at She Said will have a not weird conversation about our bodies. A conversation I wish I'd been able to listen to back in school. Hey, here's my co-host, Rhea Butcher. Oh, how you doing, Rhea?
Fantastic.
Looking good. You know, we're both comedians. We're also fiancés of each other. I'm the fiancé of Rhea.
I'm the fiancé of Cameron.
What in the world? Rhea, do you remember when you got your first period?
I was 16, which is pretty late.
Whoa, 16.
Yeah.
Firmly a teenager.
Firmly a teenager.
Were you worried that you wouldn't get your period?
No, I was worried that I would get my period.
You didn't want to get it.
I did not want to get it. And I was so worried that I just wore maxi pads all the time.
When did you start wearing maxi pads? Like at what age?
15. And then when I
sounds
did
like-
get my period in algebra class, I was prepared.
Sounds like a real problem.
It was a big problem. So Cameron, when you get your period, what kind of period materials do you use?
I use tampons personally, and I like tampons that don't have an applicator because it reduces waste. Also, how often are you changing a tampon if you have it in?
I change it like every 4 hours. I'm trying to be super safe.
Toxic shock syndrome is a real thing that can happen if you leave a tampon in too long. You can get really sick, and so 4 hours is a great window.
And I don't sleep in them.
For the same reason.
So Cameron, when was your first time with the gynecologist?
I was really nervous to go to the gynecologist, so I put it off like way too long. I remember when I was 16, I remember my mom first introduced the idea, and I think she even made an appointment for me, but I didn't go. I like sat in the parking lot and cried because I was really nervous. I didn't know what was going to happen in there, and I thought it would hurt, and so I just didn't go in. And then I didn't go until I was in my early 20s, which is a lot of years to worry about it. When's the first time you went to the gynecologist?
Well, I went with my mom. She went to the appointment with me. It got me really comfortable with the whole idea, and I didn't feel like terrorized or scared or horrible.
So did it hurt?
When I went back and had a pap smear, it did.
What's a pap smear?
A pap smear is a method of cervical screening to test for precancerous or cancerous cells in the cervix.
So Rhea, and you don't have to show me now, where's the cervix?
Oh, it's at the top of the vagina, right into the uterus. It's like a bottle cap.
Twisty.
Twist it.
Don't twist your cervix.
No.
And how did they get in there?
They use a speculum and they sort of open you.
Oh, and then they like go in,
And then they go in.
grab some cells.
And they have like a little toothbrush.
Yeah,
kind
I
of a
guess
thing.
a toothbrush, sort of a Q-tip.
It's like a toothbrush kind of
Yeah.
a thing, and then they scrape some cells off of there, and then they put it in a petri dish.
And then you get the results.
Yes.
And so you find out if you have some need for like a procedure.
Yep.
And you also don't have to do those every time that you go to the gynecologist.
No, not every time.
I would say, so you said it hurts. I would say like uncomfortable. In the scheme of pain,
Of course.
it's like a stub toe, not like a broken arm.
Yeah, it's just a discomfort.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, well, I
Weird.
certainly didn't think that was a fun recreational activity, but like, no big deal.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I got it done.
I was back on my feet right away. Back on that skateboard right away.
Hey, Rhea, thanks so much for being so open and honest on today's show.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Ah, she's great. Hey, for more information on the things we discussed today on the show, you can visit amysmartgirls.com. But first, how about a final word? Well, I thought that was a great conversation. And I think it's valuable for women to know, explore, and research our bodies. Know thy body and know thyself. That's what I always say. I said it just now. Thanks for watching She Said. You can tweet at me at Cameron Esposito.
And I'm at Rhea Butcher. We'd love to hear from you.
We really would.
To watch more, click here.
And to subscribe, click here. Hey, that's a Smart Girls Twitter handle. What are the odds?